Yo, what up, y'all? Y'all already know it's Mr. Hood Love Mikey B. I'm over here with Mel, you know what I'm saying?
So y'all,
Maul, you're he doing the decks, you know what I'm saying? He getting busy on my deck right now. We gonna tap in with him. He eat some of that good food I made
I ain't
last night.
gonna
How was
lie,
that food?
that's fire,
How was that
fire,
food? You know what I'm saying?
fire.
So we're gonna tap in with him and find out some of the things how he got into deck building and get some of his knowledge. So maybe we can utilize that for ourselves. So what's up, man? Tell us about yourself, man.
So I went to jail. I was 16.
Okay.
So they got the trade programs up there. So I started taking the trade programs,
What specific trade did you take to learn how to build a deck?
carpentry.
Oh, all right.
So I took the carpentry course up there.
Because I took building maintenance and I didn't really know how to learn how to build decks. You know what I'm saying?
See, it was different. So I got really in tune with the teacher that was there. Like he was dope. And then some of the inmates they was legit with it. So like what they know they taught me. And I was coming home soon, so they was on top of it. They like, look, when you go home, stay on top of it. You young man, you got a son out here. So I ended up getting released. I got into a quick little roofing job. So I started roofing first. I started shingling, carrying bundles up ladders, and then after a while, they kept telling me they like, yo, if you could do it on your own, do it. So I met this one guy. His name was Eric, older white dude. He was like, yeah, um, I need something done. So I came over. He's like, I'll pay you this, 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 and that. I was like, all right, I'll take it. I mean, he came back there. That's when I built my first deck. It was small. I mean, so it's when I really touched money for the first time on my own
Right.
that I really was like, I don't have to work for nobody. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Facts.
And I ain't want no one else digging in my pockets if they didn't have to.
Right.
So I had to learn to survive. I had to learn how to bid on jobs on my own before I could do anything else. That was the first thing I had to do. I had to learn how to bid because I was underbidding myself,
Right.
and I didn't know my
And when
worth.
you say bid, what do you mean like by that for the so the people know what you mean by bid?
So when you bid a job, you go there, you see what they want, and then you estimate it for them. And then after you estimate it, they tell you either yes or no. They either give you a down payment or no down payment. Then you come in and you start to work. You gotta establish funds first. You
Right.
don't want to go in there and work and then they act like you don't know what you're talking about. So you always gotta establish funds first.
Right. Yo, salute to everybody in the building. G up Quinn. I see all of y'all, man. Chef, Fat Kev, you heard? Chuck, what up, Chuck? So this is how I met Mal. He actually was on my block. Yo, Big Cat, what up? I seen a deck. I seen somebody was building a deck, fire. It had like it had like
A ramp on
a
it.
ramp on it for like handicap, wheelchairs, and it was a fire deck. So I'm like, let me tap in and let me see what's going on. So I stop at the house. I'm like, yo, who's doing your deck? Who built your deck? I actually met his father, and his father was like, yo, my son is building a deck. Me, if I'm gonna pay somebody, I like to keep the money in my community. Um, I like to support local businesses and things of that nature. So so I met him, and I'm like, yo, what's up? I want you to do my deck. I'm about to do a deck. I'm about to do a deck on my crib. I want you to do my deck as well. We talk prices. We talk money. We took a trip to Lowe's. He showed me all the things that I needed to buy, for the deck, and from there was history as far as building the deck. Um, you know, I've been running around getting other stuff. I'm gonna show y'all real quick, actually where he's at with the deck right now, so y'all can see where he's actually at with the deck. Let me just take this over here real quick, so they can see, where it's at. The frame is built. I got my phone hooked up. All right, let's go. Um, so he built the frame and everything. All the framing done. All this stuff is done right now. I got the MacBook Pro in my hand, so y'all can see it. But we doing the stairs. It's a floating deck. I don't need a permit for this deck. I don't need a. It's not actually touching my house. It's not actually touching the side of my house. So I don't need to like get permits for it because you need permits for a lot of this stuff. You can come over here. You can come over here, man. He eating that food. That shit fire.
Fire.
But
I ain't even gonna lie.
you don't actually need the permit. So, he got the balance out there. He got all his tools and stuff out here. He's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? He's working by himself right now. He had some people, helping him yesterday to get everything balanced and everything. But now, he's working alone. I had to come and give him lunch. He been out here early. Yeah, if it's touching your house, sometimes you gotta get a permit if it's touching your house. Being that I got a floating deck, it's not actually, he got the deck blocks. He got the deck blocks and all that stuff. So, it's not actually touching my house. So I don't need, the permits and things of that nature. But give us some insight on this and what you're doing.
So right now, I gotta put one last beam at the end.
Yep.
And then I gotta put my spacers in. So the spacers basically make it so these don't move like that, side to side. So it makes it more sturdy when you lay your actual deck boards down. And then I gotta put more hangers at the end. I gotta put 2 more hangers at the end, and another 118 and 4 board right here.
Yep.
And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna chop these down to regular height where they're supposed to be, and then start laying the flooring down.
All right.
And then we're gonna get to the stairs. Once I get right here, put that board in right here, I'm gonna put the stairs in.
Okay.
And the rest of that, all that is just straight lay right there.
Hey, yo, keep your receipts too, man, because a lot of this stuff that I bought, a lot of stuff that I buy, I gotta take this shit right back because it doesn't fit. I just bought these stairs right here, and these stairs is like it's 6 stairs, and it's too big. I gotta take this back right now to Home Depot or Lowe's and get 5-foot stairs. You know what I'm saying?
And remember, always get extra, because you don't want to make 1,000 trips. You know what I'm saying? If you buy extra in the meantime, you ain't gotta buy nothing else. You take care of it, and then you return it when you're done.
Yeah, I got a garage full of lumber and stuff. They take that stuff right back as long as you ain't cut it or do anything. But come back over here. We have our lunch, man. But as long as you ain't cut it or do nothing crazy to it, then you can take it back. You can always take that stuff back. But yeah, man. So let me ask you this: is it actually lucrative? Look, my wife. Is it actually lucrative? Is it good enough to pay the bills and
Oh yeah, definitely.
So this is your full-time job. You do decks. That's all you do.
So I do decks and landscaping. So I started doing landscaping. I did a deck for a lady out in Baldwinsville.
All right.
And she was like, "Yeah, I need that." I didn't know what I was doing.
You didn't know?
I didn't know what I was doing with the landscape thing. Everything.
So what kind of job were you actually doing for though?
She wanted a mulch bed installed and some flowers and some plants put in, and she wanted edging done around the house.
All right.
So me, I ain't know where to get it from. I ain't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So it was all play by ear. Everything's trial and error. When you start a business or you start doing something for yourself, you don't have to know what you're doing at first. You don't. You learn on everything you go through, you learn on the way. You know what I'm saying? People get discouraged because they feel like, you know what I'm saying, something ain't what it seems when they started.
Right.
But if you push for it, like you're not always gonna have good business. You know what I'm saying? But 1 out of 10 people is gonna be good.
Right.
You know that it takes care of everything.
Right.
More than 1 out of 10. It could be 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10. It's all about how you present yourself. You gotta, even if you don't know what you're doing, you gotta talk like you know what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Confidence.
That's what a business is ran off of. It's confidence.
Right.
And then once you learn, now it's ran off knowledge. I mean, so you able to go in there, but the more you talk about it, the more you learn about it. You know what I'm saying? And you grow.
Right.
Once you hit that growth spurt though, in your business, you're gonna feel accomplished.
Right.
If you quit in the meantime, you're gonna feel unaccomplished. It makes you feel like, you know what I mean, you get depressed. You feel like you ain't do enough. So that gotta make you push harder.
Right.
That's what I did. I got real depressed in the beginning. It was bad.
Oh, you got depressed?
Mm-hmm.
So how did you get out of that? What did you do to overcome that depression and get to the business? Because you're doing your thing now.
I got a $15,000 paycheck.
Oh, word? For what? What happened? How'd that go?
So it was for this lady. Baldwinsville is definitely filled with rich people, right? It's different. It was different. I'll show you real quick. This is the check that changed my life in the business itself, right?
15,000 would have made me real confident, you heard?
Telling you. I'll get to it right now.
Let me tell you something. My wife, she was willing to pay at least 10,000 for this deck, for the deck that we're doing now, right? Me, I'm always looking for the cut, the deals. I'm trying to get it done. You know what I'm saying? I paid him good money. I'm paying him good money for what he do for his work. But it's money in this stuff, bro. It's money. Once you learn this stuff,
it's a lot.
It's money in this stuff, you heard?
Because everyone need it.
I like to see people out here hustling. I like to support people in my community that's doing the right thing. You already know. Yo, what up, DBN? So I'm always gonna tap in with people that's around the way that's doing anything, that's trying to get money, especially people that's returning from incarceration like myself. And
that was the check that changed my life right there.
You got a picture of that check too. That's right.
Hold on, let me see if they can see it.
Yeah, you got a picture of that $15,000 check. You heard? I'd have kept that picture too. You
that's
heard?
the 13.5 right there. Hold on, that was the life changing experience right there.
I know you was like, I'm lit. I know you was like, I'm lit.
It's up there. You know
let
what
me
I'm
say
saying?
Something. Coming from the streets like me, we used to get illegal money.
Right.
But how did it feel to get that check from your real company or your business? How did that feel?
It was like, the happiness is different. I ain't even gonna lie. It was more of like,
see, they asking for your website. I told him he don't got one. He don't got no YouTube. I told him, I said, yo, listen, every job you do, you got a YouTube. But go ahead. Huh? I don't know. Somebody asked me, is a buzzard or a turkey up there on my house? We live in a good area. Heard? I don't know. It probably is. He said it's a buzzard or a turkey up there on top of the pole. Somebody just stopped in their car. Go ahead, though, bro.
But that check was like, I don't know. It was a different feeling. It made me feel like I could actually do it. Because in the beginning, I was only getting like 400 or 500 at a time. I mean, it was spread out. It seemed like after I got all that money, jobs just started falling into place. Everything. That's what I'm saying. It could take, and I had people just pulling up with the work I did. They were just pulling up and they were like, hey, can you take a look at this? Can you take a look at that? Next thing you know, I'm lined up for the week. Then I'm lined up for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And soon I had to set people up with appointments. So it was different. And then after that, I just saved. And the only time the way I spend my money is I like to buy what I need. I don't like to get what I want. Because if I get what I want, it's unnecessary at the time. I mean, and that's how you lose. Like, people get that big check and now they in, you know what I'm saying? They in a designer now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And next thing you know, they ain't got no more work lined up. So you just bought $600 pair of shoes. You ain't even got a job lined up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I spend something on what I want, I gotta have a job that can replace that money that I took out.
Right.
And,
go ahead.
And I stick to it. You know what I'm saying? Everything's about consistency. If you're not consistent with what you do, you're not gonna get nowhere.
Right.
Consistency and patience. You gotta sit back. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn the trade. Then you gotta learn people. When you learn people, it changes your life. You gotta learn to read the room.
Right. Right.
And when you can sit down and read the room, you feel the energy. And after you feel the energy, you speak on that energy, and then you promote yourself.
Right.
Everything starts with a little conversation. You could talk to someone in a store, and they could talk to you about something. You you slide something that you do in there, just into the conversation, like we could be talking about the moon and stars, whatever the case may be, and then be like, yeah, when I was landscaping, or when I'm landscaping, you know, I own my own business, I landscape. I always like to look up. You know what I'm saying? You got to slide it in there. You got to figure out a way to put it in there. Then
Right.
they be like, oh, you landscape, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then after they find that out, now they like, yeah, I had someone come look at it. Boom, boom, boom. I could take a look at it for you. No worries. Take my number down. Give me a call whenever you're ready. You got to be assertive though. You got to assert yourself to them.
Right.
Because if you're not assertive, that's how people run over you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you gotta make it. You gotta be that salesman that you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? When you selling something, you can't be like, I want to sell you this, but you know, you can't beat around the bushes. All right, I'm about to be there. I'll be there. I'll give you my number. Call me, and as soon as you tell me I'm there, I'm there.
What about as far as your relationships with people? I know business, like my business is all my business is about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Quality, because you're doing quality work.
Right.
Having quality work and good relationships. How is your personality as far as dealing with people? I know we had a good conversation.
Right.
We had a good rapport. You're timely and all that type of stuff. But managing relationships with people, how was that? How was your communication? How was that?
So
how does that affect your business?
Communication is big. You know what I'm saying? Some people it's hard to talk to, but that's the thing, is when you read the room, you know how to speak to them at that point. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel like they want to dominate the conversation. You got to let them. As a business owner, you got to let them dominate the conversation in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, okay, you got it.
Right.
You got it right now. And then when they done feeling like...
So the customer's always right.
Customer's always right. They got to be. Because it's their house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you go to their house and they see something they don't like, you did it as good as you could. You know what I'm saying? And they don't like it. Okay, what do you need me to fix? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to get mad about it. They paying for it at the end of the day.
Right.
I mean,
right.
So if you was doing it for free, that's when it's a problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you getting that check, whatever you need done, I just put 1,000 rocks down. I'll pick them 1,000 rocks up and put a bag of mulch down for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I know you understand like the quality that you give into somebody's life. Mm-hmm. Like when you building something, or this is our home, this is where we live at, this is where we're gonna be at every day. You're giving us a better quality of life with that deck.
Oh yeah,
that's a big thing. What you do, the work that you're doing, we take it like, all right, you get paid, but you changing the life of this house or of the people. You're gonna make you extending my house for one, right. And you're giving us the look that we want and the feel that we want. We can put out, chairs up there, tables up there,
right, little grill.
Mm-hmm. We can put our, what I'm saying. So you changing our life. You making our life better with that. A lot of people don't understand the greatness of what you really do, but you making people's lives better.
So I had an experience. It was actually down in the valley.
Right.
I did a lady's whole garden and put a deck over it for her.
Right.
She started crying. I mean, see, I ain't never deal with that. So I'm like, what's wrong? She was like, they love it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a change. And, they like to show it off too. You know what I'm saying?
Your family, right?
Yeah.
I know your family's proud of you.
Yeah, so like when it comes to people who I know, you know what I'm saying? There's such thing as a family discount. You can't get everybody.
Right.
Man. So you got to treat everyone fairly, but your biggest supporter is gonna be your family at that point.
Right.
And then you build that relation with your customers. Like when you landscaping, there's landscapers out there that been working with people for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And all they got to do is make that call. Hey, can you come handle this? Of course, I got you. Next thing you know, they out eating dinner, talking about what they just did. You know what I'm saying? It definitely builds bonds. It builds bonds. Definitely.
How many jobs you get? Like you got my job. Excuse me. You got my job from me seeing you doing another deck that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
How many jobs did you get like that from people just seeing your work and be like, yo, could you do my house?
All of them.
All of your jobs came like that?
All my jobs came like that. So me just standing out, because I'm always by myself. So like when people see me working, it's only me. So when they come up, they're like, you doing this on your own? Yeah. You know, if I had help in the beginning, I'd be like, I had someone help me in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because honesty is big. You gotta be honest about it.
Right.
I mean, so I'll be like, yeah, I had someone help me in the beginning. But I finish everything off. And they're like, oh, now they want me to take a look at something. Here's my number. You know, you keep the conversation short.
Right.
Because if you talk too much, you know what I'm saying?
You might talk yourself out some money.
You might talk yourself out some money.
Facts.
So you keep the conversation short and sweet until you get to bid it. And once you get over there, you bid the job. After you get that first down payment, now you can talk. You know what I'm saying? Now you can have that conversation that you want now that you already started that work.
Right.
And when you own a business, you don't want to talk too much, but you don't want to talk too less. You know what I'm saying? Everything comes with a greeting, and everything got to come with an ending.
Nah, you very professional, man. Love doing business with you.
Yes,
love
sir.
your work. And let me tell you something, man. You need to get on this YouTube, man. You can be a rock star as far as with your personality, your story, and your quality work.
Appreciate that.
You could be a because people want to hear. Don't get me wrong. You got a lot of people on home improvement on the internet.
Right.
But what sells most on this YouTube and on these apps is personality. You got character, you got personality, which is an added bonus to your actual work.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you explaining it, you coming as yourself and explaining it, and having your videos while you're doing it. I think you're going to make a lot of money on YouTube. I think
I'm gonna start it up.
Nah, you need to start it.
I'll
I help you. No, I'll teach you. They taught me. These is like a lot of YouTubers. Salute to all the guys that helped me, but they taught me. So I'll teach you. I'll show you how to do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But home improvement is its own lane on YouTube. 30 minutes, 20 minutes, you might get 100,000, 200,000 views, bro. Easy. Because everybody, I do a lot of stuff in my home myself. I go to Google send me to YouTube, and I'm watching somebody in their home and somebody else's home building something.
See, I do too. That's how I learned.
How
I learned landscaping.
Videotape all your work, bro. Videotape all your work, bro. Don't not. You got to do that, bro.
I'm gonna get in there
for real. Pictures and videotapes. Content is king. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Real talk. And people want your advice. People want your help. People want to know these little things and tricks that you know. Oh, that is a bird. That was a hawk.
Right.
It just flew that way. Yo, that is huge. That's what that dude stopped his car.
A turkey is crazy though.
Nah, it's huge. It's a buzzard. It's some kind of vulture. It's huge. I just seen it fly that way.
Oh, turkey vulture, man.
Turkey vulture.
Yeah. He was like, is that a turkey?
Nah, it's huge. It's huge. It's black.
I didn't see it.
But yeah, bro. I know you want to get back to it. You know what I'm saying? Any final words?
I appreciate y'all hearing me out. Definitely. Nice meeting y'all. For real. I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna get up there.
Y'all gonna see a lot more of my guy Mel. I'm gonna help him start his YouTube page. I'm gonna share it with y'all. You know what I'm saying? We can tap in, we can learn some stuff on, building our own decks, home repair. He said he also does stuff with you said you do landscaping, right?
Yep, landscaping.
I do a lot of my own landscaping, you know what I'm saying? I guess I just treated them to a nice lunch. You heard some of my food.
I ain't gonna lie. It's over.
You know what I'm saying?
It's over.
We killed it, you heard? But we gonna tap in, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get back to work.
Oh, I like that.
I gotta take some of this stuff back to the Home Depot and Lowe's. We got work to do, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a beautiful Saturday. Wanted to give y'all some good content, you know what I'm saying? A little something for y'all to listen to throughout y'all day. And I'll be tapping back in with y'all with more good content, you heard? You already know what it is, man. Salute to everybody that popped in. How you doing, Pamela? Salute to everybody that popped in and showed support, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going live and what's going on, you heard? Yo, SMMGZ, what up? Word up. But yeah, man, get your OSHAs. If y'all like building or if y'all like working with your hands and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, this might be the job for you. This might be something that you want to get into. It's big money. It's plenty of money in this, you heard? But salute to Mel. So salute to my guy Mal. I got you, play. I'll stop by. Let me know where it's at. I'll pull up. But salute to my guy Mal. You know what I mean? We gonna get back to work. You already know what it is, man. Mikey, be her love. Salute. You already know what it is.